Welcome back. This here is another section of the Cancel Me podcast. In this section of it, it's just me. I'm just focusing on me and my main talking points of my main focus as a man, as of to date, as of now. A lot of my focus has been on just being a dad. I want to share that side with you guys because most of the time when I'm sharing the platform with other people, it's usually to talk about things that express who I am through other people. I feel like sometimes the audience just needs to get to know who I am. The man behind the camera, the man in front of the camera, the reason that I produce these shows, the reason that I do what I do. I just think that some people need to know that because they want to know who they're investing their time in. I understand that. I want to make sure that I give you an opportunity to get to know who I am. Today, I want to talk about one of the main things that I talk about, I deal with on a daily, and that is being a dad. Being a dad is probably one of the most valuable and important things that I've ever been tasked with in my entire life. Early on, when I was young, I became a father at 19. Early on, I became a father, didn't know what I was doing, didn't have a clue, didn't really have my father around to guide me in the ways of being a father. I used my grandfather for that. When my first child was born, I had a conversation with a man who didn't have, who I found out later didn't have any bloodline connection to who I am. That hurt me more than anything. Through it all, man, he didn't never saw me as anything outside of that. He always treated me like I was his blood, and that is my grandfather, who I've known to be my grandfather for my entire life. It was a man that I loved. It was a man that also I didn't agree with his lifestyle. I still loved him. It was never shown any different. Through him, through the lessons that he did teach me about being a dad, about preparing for the responsibility, about there was a 2 hour conversation when I found out that my first wife was pregnant with that man. He told me and dropped some gems. He was like, no matter what, you do whatever you can for those children because they're going to need you, regardless of if they say they do or don't. There may be some times where they may not show up for you, but you got to continue to show up for them when they need you. I say all that to say I was a young dad. I was 19, no guidance. I was with a woman who gave no forgiveness. Even in the growth, even in the successes, even in whatever, gave no forgiveness. I decided I didn't want to be married to this woman anymore. She made it so that she made it seem as though I divorced my kids. To this day, I still pay for that through anything, a majority of anything. I don't get the same respect that I once did. And that's hard for any man because that's something that a lot of men go through. I just had to internalize it for the past few years. I was so upset. I'd done everything I can. I sacrificed my opportunity to grow into who I wanted to be to make sure that I was a father to my kids. I made sure that I provided for the financial stability. Later realized that it took more than that. I did what I needed to do. This job brought a lot of money and brought a lot of financial stability. It took away a lot of time. In that time, in that absence, I was replaced by any ideology that the mother wanted to believe. This is why if you're doing that job of sailing or being away from your kids, you got to have the right woman that is still pushing. Your dad is out here doing whatever it is he's doing for us. Make sure that you always give him that respect. You wouldn't have what you have right now if it weren't for your dad. Now I've become just nothing more than an opportunity to get insurance, to get more money, that's it. That sucks. I've been in that position now for many years. I've accepted it. I've been okay with it. In that, I've had an opportunity to be a father for the past 7 years. So I'm dating this. For the past 7 years, I have been able to be a father. I haven't left. I've been here. I can see the difference. In that, I want to speak on those journeys because it's very important. I think a lot of people don't see me as, man, you didn't have a real learning lesson. You've been a dad since you were 19. A lot of people don't understand what that entails when it comes to what I'm willing to sacrifice for the people that I love. Even though the love may not be reciprocated, I've still done it. You know what I'm saying? Last year, my son turned 19. I had an entire party here for him. Had his friends over, all that. We was big on the smoker. We were out smoking in the back. They did all the stuff preparing for it, had their friends over here. As soon as the food was done, they got what they wanted to get out of it, they were gone. I was left with me. I was left with the cleanup. I was left with everything. That to me was like the pinnacle of what I was to them. I had became nothing more than a doormat that they could use whenever they wanted to use it. I wasn't their father. That was a hard reality and pill to swallow being that I spent 15 years away from them to make sure they had the financial stability. Again, this is why you have to have the right woman when you're doing this. When you're trying to build something, when you're a father that has to be there for the financial institution, not the physical accolades. You're not there. I wasn't there. For both of my older kids, I was not there for more than 15 years. Fast forward, I have a daughter. I have a daughter. I have another son. I have another son. Their mothers allowed me to be a father. This is the point that I'm talking about. Because I've been on both sides of the track now. Both of my older kids they're almost grown or grown. My younger kids, who I'm a part of every day, major difference. My daughter is about to turn 7 in a few hours. You know what I'm saying? Let's just say that. While going through, went to Busch Gardens, took her to Busch Gardens, a local amusement park in Virginia. While we were going through there, we walk, and this is around 7 is usually the age that I expect for your daughter to kind of get sassy and independent. The sassy part is there, the independent part, not so much. See, what I mean is, like, even while walking through the park, I'm like, all right, cool. She's going to start venturing off and wandering and starting to be a little emotional and do these things that young girls usually do. She was right there by my side, still holding my hand, wanting to touch, wanting to grab. Although it annoys me because of the person that I am, I appreciate it so much because I haven't had this before. I didn't have an opportunity to be a dad, a loving father, a father that invests more love than finances, or love than be my insurance provider. That is very important. Just to have that, not just with my daughter, with my two sons as well. Like, I'm telling you, go to an amusement park and you have to walk. It's hot. Everybody's uncomfortable. Your kids will still come and want to touch you. Like, their moms could be there. I guarantee that they would still want to touch me. Daddy, let me hold your hand. 3 kids trying to walk with you. One of y'all got to grab my pocket. That's not a problem, man. I look crazy when I walk through. The dads kind of give you the nod. I see you. Bro, I shouldn't have been a good dad. I should have been absent. You know what I'm saying? That's what I've said that to 3 people today. Like, man, I shouldn't have been a good dad. They start laughing because they get it. I see another dad, his son holding his hand. He probably like 7 too. And I'm like, dang, that's what it looks like to be allowed to be a dad. Me and their moms may not have the best of relationships. They've always allowed me to be a dad. I am so grateful and appreciative of it because now I've got 3 kids that they don't even know. My daughter, Sassy, like I said, she's like, Daddy, you can't get this because you broke. Listen, let me tell you something. I tell her all the time I'm broke. I don't care what I have because I don't want her to think that love has to be tied in finances. We go to the Busch Garden, she asking, Daddy, listen, I want a slushie. Girl, I'm broke. I ain't got no money. 5 minutes later, somebody asks, Daddy, we gotta move. We gotta move. We gotta move that we do. She's like, look, Daddy, I'm thirsty. Can we do what we do? And I was like, yeah, baby, we can do what we do. The move for us is, I don't know if this is gonna get me kicked out or not. We gotta move. We got a thing that we do. I'm thirsty. Cool. Busch Gardens got these cups and we get refills. Now I ain't buy their cups yet because I'm like, yo, y'all don't come often enough. So they ain't get their cups yet. You know what I'm saying? But every year we do it where we'll take our cups and we'll get refills. We get the cup refills, and I'll be like, cool, I'm gonna drink out of this side of the straw. You're gonna drink out of this side of the straw. Cause it's like I'm not doing endless drinks for forever. My kids are here; they can get some of this. You know what I'm saying? Like it creates memories because my daddy didn't always have the finances to buy me a $20 cup or a $3 refill every 5 feet. My dad was the dad that made a way for them. Like, just knowing, cool, Dad, this is the drink that I want. I'm gonna drink out of this cup this time. Next time, I'm gonna make sure I finish all of it. It's your turn, Dad. Just seeing that develop them first off into being very frugal. That is the best part. They understand that I'm not about to spend no money, man. 2, they understand like it's my turn. My kids know, like, hey man, look, hold up, finish that. I'm gonna fill the cup up like halfway. You're gonna drink it all. So they downing it, you know what I'm saying? We got freezer brain, the freezies, they make your brain hurt. We're downing it. We all understand that we each get a turn at this. You know what I'm saying? I got 2, 3 cups, you know what I'm saying? I'll buy them This is at the beginning of the summer. The following month, everybody got their own cup. We good. For the first month, you got to go through that struggle of learning how to share with your counterpart. Even your dad, who may have the funds to do it, still has to share. It's developing a character. I love it because I'm saying my daughter, who's naturally nurturing, already has that aspect. Hey, daddy, are you thirsty? You want to get some of this before I? Daddy, I'm only going to drink half of it. The next top we get to, it'll be your turn. She's already a nurturer. For my two boys who aren't necessarily natural nurturers, they start to understand. Me and Jube gonna share this one. Jube, are you thirsty? No, not yet. You can finish your shot. They're learning how to let's take care of each other. I'm not just here thinking about myself. Those are some of the dope lessons that a father can teach. Those are some of the dope lessons that being poor can teach. I've learned so much from being poor. I've learned how to move from being poor. It just feels good knowing that I'm able to be a father and able to teach them those lessons through life. Not, let's have a conversation. You got to share with your brother, your sister. I watch how that starts to transition to sharing the toys. You want to play with my toy? That one move from Busch Gardens, because I'm too cheap, that one move from Busch Gardens of us sharing a drink because you get free refills the day that you buy the cup has turned into a life lesson. That's so dope, man. I'm so glad that I was able to be a dad, man. Now, like I said, we got all our cups. Everybody got their 4 cups. We moving. We are moving. Being a dad is dope, man. I ain't gonna lie. I love it so much. This morning, I'm a dad. This morning, I woke up. My kids wanted to do a comedy show. I was like, I'm tired, man. You know what I'm saying? But they come in there. I just lay there and act like I'm asleep and just listen to them. They know there are 2 rules in the morning. Don't wake me up and don't cut on that TV. They got to find other things to do. So they won't cut on the TV. They'll try not to wake me up. I'm using air quotes as I say this because they come in my room and they're like, what can we do? Let's do a comedy show. That's not trying to not wake me up when you do it in my room. They cut my spotlight on. They had the spotlight. My son over here, he telling, this is why I had to get up and whoop him. I had to whoop him. I had to whoop him because he used my entire joke word for word, and that just ain't right. Because I made a joke about him. It's a banana spider joke. Been using it for over a year. He says that joke, which is great because my kids really don't get to see me other than when I do a show at Dave and Buster's. That's the only time they can see me because that's the only time that I can really bring them with me. My son, he heard that joke. He was like, Daddy, is that joke about me? Because some of the similarities of what we've done were in the joke. And he was like, Daddy, is that joke about me? I was like, absolutely. He was like to know that he remembered that just because it was about him. Amazing. This morning he woke up and he said my entire joke. It made me feel so good because you don't know what your kids are paying attention to. If one of the things that they're paying attention to is something that you love, you can slowly invite them in it. Like this dude literally said my entire joke, cleaned it up a lot because he's a kid. He's what, 6 years old, 5 years old? He's 5. He's 5 years old. He cleaned it up, did an amazing job just to remember it. I still had to whoop him. Man, you can't steal nobody's jokes. It's like, Dad, that's my favorite joke. I was like, what other joke do you? None. What? No, that's really good. My son, all my kids have jokes that I say about them. Those are the ones that they say are their favorite. And you can ask anybody in the world, man. To them, I'm the funniest man in the world. That feels good. Before you can take over and be the funniest man in the world, you gotta at least get the 3 people in your house to believe you funny. When I be getting jealous when I hear them laugh at somebody else's jokes. Yo, Daddy, that was funny. No, it wasn't. You don't laugh at that. You laugh at my jokes and my jokes only. He was like, my daughter likes the one where my mom whoops me. She was like, Daddy, don't make me call my grandma. My grandma don't play about her grandkids. What? My grandma do not play. Don't make me call her. It'll be more than Whitney playing in the background. I was like, just being a father has been an amazing feat for me. I love it. I love what being a father has done for me. Having all my kids, to wake up to all your kids waking you up, inadvertently climbing in your bed, you know what I'm saying, making loud noises when just to get woken up by that. Them trying, they really don't have the wherewithal to really be quiet. Them trying is the best love language in the world. They'll just lay there and they'll be like start talking to each other. I heard my daughter be like, "Do y'all think I should cook some breakfast?" Both of them are like, "All right, cool. It's time for me to get up. What y'all want? What y'all want?" I think she's been using that a lot lately because that's what's been getting me. Because they had a whole talent show upstairs. I listened through all of it, almost all of it. My other son, my Asian son, just found out that he was allowed to say the N word. Honestly, that has been the main vocabulary that he has had lately. Everything. N word, N word, N word. Made a rap song about N words. He's not saying nothing but the N word. And then he finishes everything like the N word is an exclamation mark. I'm probably not the best dad. The funniest thing is he used to spell it all the time. There was a song that I listened to called N-I-G-G-A. He was like, every time he would say that, he would be in the store just singing it N-I-G-G-A. People looked at me like I was a bad father because he was probably around 2 or 3. He could barely talk. He could spell the N-word. I'm his dad. He's half black. He didn't look, if he had a hat on, I called him Krillin for 3 years. He looked like Krillin. You know what I'm saying? His nose is wide. It looked like he didn't have one, even though it was wide. He just had a Krillin face. He had a Krillin face. I was calling him Krillin. If he had a hat on, and you can't see them curls, you would have thought he was just Asian. He gets mistaken for a girl all the time. Of course, when you see a little Asian kid spelling N-I-G-G-A, let's be clear. A lot of times I was in the Asian community. They looking at me like, are you gonna get this? It's like, no, 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 it's cool. He's mine. He's half me. He can say it. He can spell it. He can spell it. I had to give him a breakdown, man, because some Asians was like, I was like, no, 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 it's fine. I took his hat off. He's fine. He's fine. Put your hat back on. I finally broke it down to him. You can only say that inside the house and to your dad. He was like, what about my brother? You can say it to him. What about my sister? You can say it to her too. What about my mom? No, you cannot say it to your mom. Your mom does not like that word. She doesn't even like you thinking about that word. She hated you spelling it. He was like, is it because she can't say it? I said, yes. She cannot say it and she will not say it. So she doesn't want you to say it. Because when she takes you around that side of her family and you call them or you just say it, everybody's going to think that that's part of her vocabulary. He was like, I was like, that's not a good word for anybody other than us to say to amongst us. He very inquisitive. He's asking like, why? I was like, because it was a word used to be derogatory to us. What's derogatory mean? I'm like, dang. Explaining something to anybody under the age of 7 is difficult because you got to explain every detail because he's going to ask why. What does this mean? Why? What does that mean? Why? The breakdown has to be broken down very, very good. I said, okay, cool. Here we go. The N word was once used to our ancestors, half of yours, all of mine, to our ancestors in a way that this meant you were less than a human. He asked me, how can you be less than human when you're human? I said, I'm gonna tell you, black people were slaves. He was like, what's a slave? I was like, here we go. So I put Hidden Colors 4 in. We watched all 1 through 3. He was like, Daddy, why are we watching this movie about people being mean to black people? And I was like, that's the reason that the N word is so empowered by us and negative for them to use. People used to get hurt when they kill us or hurt us or harm us. We were nothing more than a Negro. He was like, well, so we weren't even human. I was like, exactly. They didn't think that we were human. He was like, they can't say it. I was like, it's very offensive when they say it to us. You can say it to me. I can say it to half of you. He was like, what half? I was like, clearly the part that I'm looking at. He just started laughing. I don't think he understood what I was saying. I didn't even really understand. I had to break it down to him. You can only say it to me. Don't go out here and say it because you don't have enough knowledge to. But I'm like 90% of the songs I listen to say it. I ain't saying she a gold digger. She ain't messing with no broke. He say that part so loud, man. I saw that on Blackish. Man. Say it in the songs now. He only want to emphasize on the N word. All the good parts is gone, but as soon as he hear, I let him hear Jay-Z's song of OJ. That's where he got the N-word song from. Dark, light, strong nigga. Whoa, bro, you can't. And I got my other son, man, is wild. For his dad, oh my God, he's amazing. Like man, I can have him. Like I asked him earlier, I was like, man, help me real quick, man. Go put this in the trash. He does a fastest sprint, cartwheel flip. Hero landing, Spider-Man with the one arm out. Boom. Give me the trash. Takes the trash, puts it in the trash can, runs out, spins out, flips, goes back on the couch. Boom. Hero landing sit. He was like, Dad, did you see that? I was like, I saw that Jubei. I wanted to name him, I call him Jubei because I wanted to name him Jubei after Ninja Scroll. If you're a fan of Ninja Scroll, you know what I'm talking about. Jubei was one of my favorite characters before I got introduced to Dragon Ball and all of that. No. I'm sorry. Dragon Ball Z was already out. I was already watching Dragon Ball Z. I met an OG. He put me on Ninja Scroll. I was a kid at the time. I was like, I love this, man. A whole breast came out and the dude was like, it was getting wild in it. I was like, this is not something that us kids should be watching. I think I'm 13, 14 at the time. He was like, watch this. We watching it. I'm like, I don't think we should be watching this with a grown man, but I ain't say nothing because I'm like, I'm gonna be cool. We cool. We cool. We cool. I'm cool. I'm cool. I'm cool. I kept one eye on the dude because I was like, why you got us watching this, man? We horny ass teenagers. This is weird. Nah, we kept watching it. You found out that she was like, not to ruin the story, but if you go see it, it's about to come out on 1080 on 4K. Good movie. Then you find out that she's poisonous. That's the only way she could kill him. That was the dopest ever, man. Jubei came out. He was just sitting over there chilling like, that's no way to treat a lady. Dude was kind of like messing him up. It's a big rock dude. Brolic, man. Great fight scenes. Ninja Scroll. You need to watch that if you haven't seen it. Ninja Scroll. Trust me. Best movie ever. Man. That's why I wanted to name him after Jubei, because he was just a character that would sit over there and just chill and really tear you up. You know what I'm saying? Like my son, Jubei is very athletic. He runs a million miles a minute. Like we went up to, like I said, today we were at Busch Gardens. We up there and he's just running nonstop. He's just running. I got to get him into some sport or something. Being a dad. That's the point I want to get to. I finally have been able to be a dad. It feels so good. I don't think there's anything more important. I honestly took a break from doing so many comedy nights to spend more time being a dad. Now, this entire summer, I took time to go and travel and see other things. I wanted to do it with the crew. I ended up doing it alone, which honestly worked out better because I didn't have to wait on anybody. I didn't have to force myself to be around anybody. I just went. It was like, cool, I'm going to DC this week. Man, I didn't know you was traveling. It wasn't really for showmanship because a lot of people would travel and post it on IG. Man, we out here traveling. Yo, man, I'm on this show. I'm doing this. For me, I no longer want to do that when it comes to comedy. I don't want to showcase and showboat like, oh, I'm on this show and I'm killing it and I'm da-da-da. Like I want people to say it for me, man. I got people that actually love me enough to be like, coming to your show, wearing your shirts. What's up? And I'll be like, man, I'm here. I'm here for it. Yo, this is gonna be a fun night. I can't wait to see you. I'm here for it. I'm so tired. Man, that's my time. Thank you for anybody who chose to listen throughout this whole rant. I don't even know how long I did. I do know one thing. I gave y'all my uncut, unfiltered, just genuine, true me. If you want to cancel me, here's your opportunity to do so. If you want to rock with me, make sure you take some time. Follow, subscribe, wherever you see this platform at. Just come mess with your boy. Your boy is trying to grow. I'm trying to grow and give you my transparency. Much love to everybody out there listening. Thank you and have a good night.